Zhao An. My name is Bill Hanway. I work for a company called AECOM, which is a very large international company, but one of the things that we pride ourselves on is our work on major sports events and sports venues. So what I'm going to talk about today is a little bit about the work that I do for Olympic and Paralympic Games, but also how that translates directly into specific venues and how we look at sustainability across a full spectrum of different ideas. So when we talk about sustainability, we look at a process that is not simply about carbon measurements. It's actually the long-term structure of how you think about projects. So when we start the project, we know that major sports events or new venues require a great deal of investment, whether it's public sector investment or private sector investment. And if you don't leverage that investment to maximize the return, then you won't succeed in delivering a great games and a long-term benefit for the local communities. We also focus in on the design quality, because design quality for any existing building, long-term venue, is incredibly important, because these buildings should last 20, 30 or more years in terms of the long-term history of the games. We look at solving the problems, and solving the problems is not just about solving for the games themselves, but actually solving why you're delivering the games in the first place, or why you're delivering the venue in the first place. We integrate and look at a comprehensive solution, so it's not just the design, it's also looking at the architecture, the engineering, the economic development, the funding, the way to deliver the projects in their entirety, and then finally, how do you implement them so that you're doing that in the most cost-efficient and effective way. I've had a couple of games experience, not as many as Dr. Bubka, but I have had the chance to work extended periods of time, 10 years on London, 8 years on Rio de Janeiro. I was a consultant for the Tokyo Metropolitan Government for 2 years on Tokyo. Have been working on Brisbane, but most importantly, I've spent the last 11 years in Los Angeles preparing for the LA 28 Games. So we have a sort of comprehensive process of looking at what we do on these games. And for London, we started 10 years. In 2003, we worked on the bid, but more importantly than working on the bid, we also looked at what the strategic outcome in the long-term legacy was going to be. In Rio, we had to take a site and transform it into something that was well beyond what Rio was needing in their economic development.